first thing you thought about each other? Be honest, we won't judge. All right, well, I was working before this guy got hired, so someone said to me, have you met the new guy? He looks like a young George Clooney. So when this guy walked in, I was like, yeah, that's our guy for sure.
Oh, man. I remember meeting Marshall and loving his humor. This guy never is serious for more than 2 minutes. And that's something I can grasp onto pretty good.
Yeah.
Each other in 3 words. So Marshall, thorough, honest, and funny.
Jordan, go, go, go. Those are his 3 words. What's the weirdest item you found on a job? I remember one night I was on call. I got a call from a lady. She said her cat was stuck in her ducting. So I bomb out there. I get to site. And just before I'm about to get into this thing, she lets me know that the cat is completely feral. These are cats that she looks after for the neighborhood. So I had quite a time getting this cat out of her ductwork. That was probably my most memorable moment early on.
For me, I think I got this guy beat. I got a service call to a house in the uplands, and I could tell the furnace wasn't working and the motor was trying to start. So it's a fairly large old oil furnace. I had to reach my arms inside this thing and I couldn't see. And I grabbed onto something and was pulling it out. I knew it was wrapped around the blower wheel, and it was a python, like a 6-foot-long python I pulled out. I had one as a pet as a kid, so I wasn't afraid of him, and I brought it up into the living room and showed the lady, and she explained to me that her son's python had gotten out of the cage a week or so before, and of course it went down to the hottest spot in the house, the furnace, but it would have been nice for her to let me know ahead of time that there was a loose snake in the house. What's one piece of advice you wish you could give a younger self? And mine would be slow down.
Mine was actually invest early.
There you go. What's the craziest or funniest memory from when you started RedBlue? I guess my funniest memory from starting RedBlue would just be meeting up. We never had an office. We would meet every morning at Tim Hortons with no plan and put people to work. It was only me, Marshall, and 1 or 2 other guys, but those were good days. Those days I can remember very vividly and actually miss the simpleness of the business at that time.
Totally.
Yeah. What was your very first HVAC job like? Any disasters, or was it smooth sailing? I was working under a perfectionist guy at our old company, and I felt like nothing I did was right. He would ask you questions that you thought you had the answer to and quickly interrupt you and tell you you're wrong. So I would say it was a little bit disastrous, but that's kind of normal for first day on the job.
I had the joy of working with a lot of good people back in the day. I learned a lot of awesome things. Was there any disasters? Yeah, I remember one time our sales guy threw in a hot water tank removal with a heat pump, and we knew nothing about hot water tanks. So my journeyman, what does he do? Is he goes and undoes the high pressure line off the tank in the customer's basement, blows the whole tank all over the ceiling, walls, floor. That was interesting for sure.
Yeah.
What makes you proudest about what RedBlue has become? I would honestly, for that, I'd say when I hear people say about how they're enjoying their time here, they're learning new things, and they're just advancing their skills here. That would be mine.
Yeah, I'll second that, but I'll also say, like, hearing real life stories from people that we've done service work for or installs that's changed the comfortability of their homes or done something at their business that other people couldn't do or overcharging makes me feel good to hear those real life stories from friends or friends of family sort of thing. If you weren't doing this, what would you be doing instead? For me, in a perfect world, I'd be spending time with my family and kids. But that doesn't pay the bills. So I personally think I'd be doing some sort of sales of some sort. I'm pretty social guy, and I feel like I've got very good connections in town here. So I think I'd be very good in the sales side of things.
For me, if I wasn't doing this, I'd probably be running a car dealership somewhere with more hair, you know, on that end of things. I enjoy vehicles and everything to do with them, so that'd be it. Who's better with the tools? Prove it. I don't know. On this one, I kind of said, like, I'm biased to myself, so I gotta say me, right? I enjoy, again, wrenching on stuff on the side and fixing things, so yeah.
I answered Marshall on that one as well. I said I'm all looks, all show, no go. Yeah. What's one thing you hope people can remember about RedBlue? I would say our above and beyond need to make it right. That's one thing I can say about me and Marshall is no matter what happens, money aside, we are going to come back and make the job right for you. We're not going to leave anyone hanging or upset with something that we've done. We will guaranteed always try to make it right to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say that we like to run the company. It's like a family, so we like our customers to kind of feel the same gratitude that our employees feel. So, and like Jordan said, if we got to go back 10, 12 times, that's what we'll do. We'll make it right. So, in a nutshell, there you go.